Multitask CAT Simulator. This simulator provides the capability to model a small sized cache on a system that supports multitasking. In most of the modern processors today, it is often the case that multiple processes will need to share the resources of the system. Here, we will simulate a cache on a system that provides multiple processes. The processes on the system must be scheduled in some fashion. We will explore some of these various scheduling methods later. The basic idea, however, is that generally we would like the processes concurrently being run on the system to share the available resources. If the system only has one CPU, this means that processes may have to yield the use of the CPU for another process. We call the operation of stopping one process and starting another a context switch. Since these processes are also sharing the cache of the system, it is possible that some of the blocks requested from this second process may be mapped to the same set in the cache as the previous process. If there are no more available slots in that set, one of the blocks from the previous process will have to be removed according to the replacement algorithm being used. At some point, however, the first process will be allowed to continue where it left off. However, the second process has left a footprint in the cache and it has replaced some of the first process's blocks. Now the first process must incur a penalty while it reloads the blocks it was utilizing before it was removed. We call this penalty the reload transient. We will now explore some of the options the simulator offers and how you can use the tool to simulate what we have discussed. Configuring the simulator. The simulator provides many options that the user can set to mimic various systems and or scenarios. The cache content is treated as one word per block. After configuring the available options by pressing update configuration button, the user can then generate a series of memories accesses for each of the tasks by pressing the generate memory references button near the bottom of the form. A table displaying the memory references generated for each task will be displayed. The user can then press the scheduled task button and the series of memory accesses will be ordered or scheduled according to the algorithm chooses in the scheduling mechanism option field. And finally, the step run button can be used to show the state of the cache at various cycles. The cache will show which task and corresponding block is currently occupying a slot, and you will also note that the memory references will be highlighted bold when a given miss was the result of reload transient. Directly under the cache is a series of hit miss reload transient cells that will change color based on whether the last cycle result in the hit miss or reload. Various statistics regarding the cache are displayed at the bottom of the page. Cache size. This option specifies the size of the cache in number of blocks. The cache size must be greater than or equal to a hashtag of sets in the cache. Hashtag of sets. This option specifies the associativity of the cache or simplify the number of sets that the cache contains. The number of sets must be less than or equal to the cache size. Replacement policy. This option allows the ability to see the algorithm that will be used when a given cache block must be replaced due to conflict. The LRU algorithm uses an aging method that will set the age of blocks in a set according to the time they were last accessed. The block that has not been accessed in the longest amount of time will be replaced. The FIFO algorithm will replace the block that was added to the set first. The RAND algorithm will replace a random block from the set. Scheduling mechanism. This option allows the ability to set the algorithm that will be used when scheduling the task and their corresponding memory request. It is assumed at time 0 that all of the generated memory requests are waiting to be served. A memory reference is assumed to use one time slice. The FIFO scheduling mechanism will order the task and all their memory references in a sequential order as it will be assumed that task A made its request first allowed by task B, etc. The round-robin scheduling algorithm attempts to distribute the processing time equitably among all processors. It will allow a given task to run until its time slice has expired, whereby the process will be preempted and the next task will be allowed to run for the same time slice. The priority-based scheduling algorithm allows the user to assign a priority to each of the various tasks. The task with the highest priority will be scheduled first, but the round-robin algorithm will be used in the cases where two tasks have the same priority. CPU time slice specifies the amount of memory accesses a task can make before it must yield to another task. Note that does not apply to the FIO scheduling mechanism. Use random access sequence. Specifies that a random series of memory references should be made based. The other choice is to be type in the block request for each task and each reference by hand. If this box is unchecked and you press the generate memory references button, you will notice that the typical table of task and their corresponding memory request is drawn. The boxes will be blank and they should be all be filled in before proceeding. Locality probability. This option attempts to constrain the range of block requests that can be generated by each task and provide a reasonable simulations. The principle of locality. The higher the probability you choose, the greater a chance there is that a block that was previously requested by a given task will be requested again. Setting the value to 100% will result in the same address being used for the all requests by the task. Hashtag of task. This option defines the number of tasks to be used for the simulations. Priority. This option allows the user to assign a priority to each task. The same priority may be assigned to multiple tasks. Allow more than 35 memory reference. This option must be set if you wish to set one or more the number of memory references options to a value higher than 35. The reason for this is because depending on how fast your machine is, if you were to run a simulation with 26 tasks, each of which you made 99 memory references, then the simulation could take some time to complete. Number of memory reference. This option allows you to define how many memory requests you would like each of the given task to be used in the simulation to make. You will note that the task name and its corresponding color is displayed to the left. Clock options allows control over the number of cycles that are run upon each press of the step or run button. This option can be changed as many times as one wishes throughout the course of the simulation.